What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the Blue Jays coaching staff. 5 of the 6 members were announced today. DeMarlo Hale, who will be the Blue Jays bench coach. Chad Mottola, who will be their hitting coach. Dwayne Murphy, their third base coach. Louis Rivera, first base coach. And Pete Walker, their new pitching coach. We'll start off with DeMarlo Hale. He comes from the Baltimore Orioles. He was their third base coach last year. And he is a well-respected baseball man, very knowledgeable, and is great with the players. So I think he'll be a good addition as the Blue Jays bench coach.
I was wondering, Trev, what does a bench coach do? I wouldn't think a bench needs much coaching. And when the guys are sitting on the bench, I don't know. Seems to me like a job I could do.
Well, DeMarlo Hale will be helping out Louis Rivera doing the infield instructions. He'll be giving tips to players. He's been in the game for a long time, been coaching for a long time, so he can pick things out in players if they're doing something wrong and can help make players make adjustments in the game.
All right, fair enough. Maybe I couldn't do the job.
Next, we have Chad Mottola. He's replacing Dwayne Murphy as the Blue Jays hitting coach. He was the Jays AAA hitting coach for the last 2 seasons. He's been a September call-up as part of the coaching staff the last 2 years. He's worked great with the young players who have gone down to AAA to work on their swing. They've mostly all come up swinging great. I think he'll be a great addition to the coaching staff, and I don't see his inexperience at the major league level hindering him at all.
Well, always nice to see them promote from within.
Yes, and everybody except for DeMarlo Hale that was signed as a coach was already in the Blue Jays organization. Next, we have Dwayne Murphy. Murphy's being replaced as the hitting coach and moving over to first base coach to replace Torey Lovullo. He'll be helping out Chad Mottola with the hitting as he needs it. I think that he'll do just fine as the first base coach, and I think that it'll be good to have him stick around in the organization. He's been in the organization for 10 years now, and he's been great, and he's well respected amongst the players.
All right, is that all we got for new coaches?
Next up, we have Pete Walker, who is moving from the bullpen coach to the pitching coach. John Gibbons said that this was his hardest decision. He was going in between a couple of guys, but decided that his experience that he's had with Walker in the last couple years, or over the last quite a few years here, he knows him fairly well and he thinks he'll do great. As for the bullpen coach, they haven't announced that yet. Gibbons said that him and Walker will be working on that together. They'll each throw a few names out there and then they'll decide that way.
So we got one more coaching position to fill, and then we've got a complete coaching staff.
Everyone except for Louis Rivera right now. Rivera is going to be the Jays' third base coach and infield instructor. He worked for the last 2 years as a special assistant to the coaching staff. He wasn't technically a part of the staff, although he was. He went around to the teams that the Jays were going to be playing in future series and scouted them a bit, see what they're doing good, what they're doing bad, and reported back to the players and helped them out. Now, Rivera is very good at working with players. I think he'll do a fine job as an infield instructor, and he'll also have help from DeMarlo Hale in that respect.
Well, I guess that wraps it up for another week. We're up to date on the Jays and looking forward to the season beginning. Spring's not that far away.
Very excited about this upcoming season.